I'm more familiar with Chicago than a lot of Chicagoans are familiar with Chicago. But people, the aldermen, they're not necessarily calling for the Illinois governor's job. They're only calling for Eric Adams' job. Let's deep dive into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, NBC5 investigates more fallout tonight over the scrapped plans to use a Brighton Park location to house migrants.
Yeah, the state put an end to that project. 3 Chicago aldermen are now calling for the resignations of several officials from Mayor Brandon Johnson's administration. Our investigative reporter Bennett Haberly is here now with a reaction of sorts from the mayor's office.
Yeah, Stephen and Allison, took the mayor's office less than an hour to essentially reject that request from the alders, but those 3 aldermen.
So it take them an hour to respond to the alders. It's over 50 aldermen. But when I put a call into the mayor's office, I don't get no response. Okay, all right.
Who drafted this letter say they want to hold public hearings now about what they call the failures from the mayor's office to address the migrant crisis.
He ain't been in there but for 6 months.
It was mostly quiet near 38th and California Wednesday morning. No workers, no construction, no activity 1 day after the state scrapped plans to turn this once vacant lot into a base camp for up to 2,000 migrants. The reason? Concerns over contaminants found in the soil and what the Illinois EPA called an insufficient amount of testing and remediation done by the city's contractors.
This is a disaster and a catastrophe that we need answers to.
Alderman.
Oh, snaps. That's that same alderman. Is that the one that I was talking about? The vampire in Brooklyn looking dude? He got that leather jacket on. You know, certain leather don't really hold up that well. His look like he got a good grade of leather. He might have got his from Saks Fifth Avenue. He got that white shirt on. He got his beard taken care of. I see you, alderman. He got his hair slicked back. Wonder if he's going to try to take his spot in the next election. But certain leather, it just don't hold up the same. It get hard. Maybe it's like that leather mixed with plastic or something like that. I used to have one of them jackets when I was younger. It didn't hold up as well as his is holding up.
Need answers to.
Alderman Anthony Beal, Ray Lopez, and Anthony Napolitano drafted this letter calling for the resignation of 7 Johnson administration officials, saying taxpayer funds were wasted.
A lot of people in the city of Chicago aren't on board with this to begin with. So if we're not doing it the right way, if we're not doing it the proper way, you know, people need to be held accountable for this.
In a statement, the mayor's office rejected the request, saying the letter was not serious correspondence.
The mayor choosing to dismiss our request shows just how stubborn he is and remains.
Oh, come on, Ray Lopez. Shut it up. This is all just a dog and pony show. You know that he not going. What do you mean take your request serious? So you want him and his administration to resign? And then you're going to come on and say, oh, you know what? The mayor's request to be able to. No. What's going on, Ray? What you got going on, Ray? Let me hear what you got to say. Ray Lopez.
True to a lost cause.
It's still not clear where the next base camp might be. A site near 115th and Halsted is being considered. The city inked the 6-month land use deal for the Brighton Park site in October, which could have meant spending up to $548,000 in lease payments. At the time, the mayor's office said language in the contract allowed the city to get out of the deal. NBC5 Investigates asked about that on Wednesday, and the mayor's office says there are no updates, as that's still under review.
They failed, and they should have been looking for a more sustainable solution starting May 15th when he took office, and not waiting until December 6th to get their story straight.
Another alderman called the alder's letter misguided and said it doesn't address the crisis at hand, finding a way to get migrants off the street as winter approaches.
What we see in the city of Chicago.
The 15th Ward Office of Alderman Raymond Lopez. To speak to someone during normal business hours, please press 1. Para hablar con alguien durante las horas normales de trabajo.
Your call is being transferred. Good morning. Thank you for calling the 15th Ward Office of Alderman Raymond Lopez. How may I help you?
Hi. My name is Anton Daniels, and I'm a YouTuber, and I'm kind of sort of doing a little bit of a research and trying to get, some insight into Ray Lopez's thoughts on what's going on in Chicago, especially with regard to the migrant crisis and things like that. I was wondering, is it possible for me to be able to speak or ask any questions with him with regard to that?
You can. Actually, if you can send me a short email of what kind of meeting you're looking for, I can actually.
Well, it's just a quick conversation. I don't need to have a whole meeting or anything like that. Do I still have to go through the process?
Yes. Just so I can, get your information and then put it on a schedule and see what works out better for you. Let me know what time, what day, I need to make sure that he's
I'd love to be able to even.
take your call.
I do a YouTube live show, and it usually generates thousands of people a day during a live stream. I'd love to be able to have him on if that's possible.
Yeah. Why don't you send me a quick email with all that wonderful information, and then I can help you put it on the schedule.
Okay, great. So I'll send that out to you. I'll try to get that out to you by tomorrow morning, and then I'll be looking forward to you guys. Yep. And what is your email address? Is it on a website?
No, I'll give it to you, Brenda. BRENDA.
Okay.
Camacho, CAMACHO. At cityofchicago.org.
Okay. All right. So I'll get that out to you by tomorrow morning, and I'll see if I can get that set up.
Okay, Mr. Daniels. I'll wait for your email.
I'm looking forward to You got to look out for me, Brenda.
I will.
I need you, baby.
I got you.
All right, baby girl. I'm gonna send that to you.
All righty. Okay.
Thank you, love.
Take care. You're welcome.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
I need to know what's going on out here in the city of Chicago. I need to know what's going on in the city of Chicago, and why are the people advocating for and asking for the resignation of Brandon Johnson. Let me go over to the next video and see what they got going over. This is my guy, Ray. You see Ray with the lime green on? Let's get to it.
Good afternoon, Anthony Bill, Alderman of the 9th Ward.
Thank you, Love C.
Alderman Ray Lopez of the 15th Ward. And we are here today with also support of Alderman Napolitano, asking for the resignation of an entire team of the mayor's administration because of their lack of leadership, their lack of ability of getting things done, and totally wasting taxpayer dollars to the tune of tens of millions of dollars.
Yakar, you're a wild boy.
Where the city knew had contaminants, but was forcing this issue down the throats of the community that did not want it. The community warned the administration.
What's the name of this alderman? What's the name of the vampire in Brooklyn alderman? If somebody in the chat can find out what the name of the vampire in Brooklyn alderman name is, I would be very, very appreciative, because I need to get in contact. This guy is 50 Chicago aldermen, and I see this guy on almost every single one of these videos whenever they're trying to interview an alderman. Somebody in the chat, please find out the name of vampire in Brooklyn so that I can hopefully get some insight from him also.
That there were contaminants here, and it was totally ignored. And so when you have people who are advising the mayor on sites like this.
Hold on, wait. Don't sit here and tell me that he don't look like the vampire in Brooklyn. That's what y'all going. All right, let me see. I don't know why y'all make me do this. Vampire in Brooklyn. So you telling me he don't look like this? Oh my gosh. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. All right, so let's figure it out. Same beard, same hair. All he need is the fangs. It's the same person. It's the exact same person. This is the vampire in Brooklyn, bro. You know how I remember people? Same outfit, same collar, same everything. You know how I remember people? I have to use different things because I'm not as good with names as I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So I got to use another way in order for me to remember. And oh, I have to use another way for me to figure out or to remember certain people, and it resonates. So when I see him, the first thing that I think is, Deep blood, deep blood. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the vampire in Brooklyn. Let's see if he got something relevant for us to say. If somebody find out this alderman's name, so and look, if you put in vampire in Brooklyn alderman, it's not gonna come up. So don't look it up that way. Go through, find a different alderman in New York, Chicago, and then tell me what this guy's name, because I need to know who it is. He got some good hair. He's got his mama hair.
Making decisions on sites like this that are putting people in harm's way is doing a total disservice to the people of the city of Chicago.
All right. We don't want to hear that part. We don't want to hear that part.
The first thing I want to say is I'm asking for the resignation of Mayor Brandon Johnson. He needs to resign. He needs to resign now. There needs to be a special election so we can get a mayor who can handle the city of Chicago. Mayor Johnson has proved that he's incompetent.
His name is Anthony Bill. Shout out to the people. I appreciate you, Anthony Bill. Everybody, listen, I don't necessarily care for the job Blades have, brother. I don't care for the job that Brandon Johnson is doing right now. But I think that most of these people are actually just clout chasing. I think that most of these people are clout chasing. All of these people is just trying to get a leg up. You got this Italian mob boss right here. I guess he another alderman. Got an Italian mob boss over here pitching. Has no sense of style. Got his Ray-Bans on with the Ray-Bans still in the shade of the glasses. And now he calling for the resignation also. Okay.
That he has no communication with any other units of government, let alone this community or any other communities. And we need somebody that can keep a handle on this crisis. The second thing I'm asking for, we already know that the governor and EPA say there can be no construction on this site. But we've known this since 2000.
Hi, I was trying to figure out if it's possible. My name is Anton Daniels. I'm a YouTuber, and I do a live show, and often at times I have a lot of people that's watching the show, and so I'm really interested in, and I've been fascinated by what's going on in Chicago, especially with regard to the migrant crisis and Anthony Bill's recent call for the resignation of Brandon Johnson. And so I was wondering if it's possible to get a comment from him or speak to him, or even at some point, in addition to that, schedule him for a live to see what his thoughts are.
Okay, so let me give you an email you can send to his scheduler.
Okay.
So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Ward, W-A-R-D.
Ward
09 at City of Chicago. .org.
Got you.
And it wasn't for the mayor, it was for the staff regarding the
Yeah. It was the 3 signatures for the staff and everything like that. Yep, I'm familiar.
Right, now for the mayor. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, but just send it to her email, and then she will definitely pull it and get back to you.
Thank you, love. What's your name?
Carla. I think you called before, haven't you?
I don't know. Have I? That must have been somebody else.
I think you have. Maybe somebody else. A couple of YouTube stations called.
Oh, so they trying to take my play now, huh?
Well, this was a while back, and when you said YouTube, I said, wait, I think I spoke to someone regarding YouTube.
Let me tell you something, Carla. You and Anton Daniels are going to become best friends. And and I just love your voice, and I think that you are the sweetest one, and they must be paying you really well over there, Carla.
Yeah, no attention. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love my job. Yes, no, I love my job. But I thank you very much for the compliment, and make sure you email her, okay?
I got you, Carla. Thank you, love.
All right, have a great day. And if I don't talk to you, have a great holiday.
All right, you too, love.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye. I can't believe it. I ain't never called Alderman Brooklyn before, but now y'all trying to take my play? Oh, okay. You dirty YouTubers are out here trying to finesse and take what it is that I do, and you want to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Okay. I get it. You want to replace me, huh? You want to take my play. You want to take my vibes. You want to do what I do? Is that what you want to do? Okay, I got you. I got you, YouTubers. Let's see what this Italian mob boss is saying about the administration and Brandon Johnson.
At least, when they EPA issued a letter, what the city has, that says that you cannot just do 6 inches deep with gravel, which a child can dig up. They had to go 3 feet down or more and put virgin soil, clean soil, or concrete. We've known this for a while. Now, Alderman Cardenas, who was elected in 2003, and even Alderman Frias, who was elected before that in 1995, both knew this site was toxic. Alderman Cardenas, around 2007-8, tried to put a school here, and he was told no. They tried to put a park here. They were told no. This was known by the city of Chicago. There's institutional knowledge. Now we've learned how toxic and contaminated this is.
This guy can't even talk. Who is this guy? Let me see this guy. Who is this guy? He don't even know how to communicate effectively. And how did he get a news crew?
First of all, some of these residents and myself were going to be filing in the EPA another complaint and asked to join into the EPA situation. We must file a complaint with the EPA. This site must be cleaned up, not just for the migrants, who my heart goes out to, who they wanted to live on toxic land, but to the residents. This is what, 30 to 50 feet that way? 15 feet that way to houses, businesses. We're not far from a church, from a school. And you want to have this toxic site that you haven't cleaned up in decades? That was zinc smelt, it was for the railroad, that had hazmat sites. This needs to be cleaned up for the community now.
Hey, somebody tell me who this Italian mob boss is. Seriously. This is bad. Chicago, y'all got to do better. Chicago, if this is what y'all using to manage what's going on out in the city, and if this is what is representing y'all, yeah, Joe Pesci from My Cousin Vinny. That is Joe Pesci from my Cousin Vinny. Good call, Chat. See, Chat is in this on this too. My cousin, where they had to be on trial and they, posse traction and all that. See, y'all didn't know I was up on all of these movies, did y'all? That is My Cousin Vinny. Yeah. Okay. Got My Cousin Vinny out here trying to speak to the people, continuing to get his re-election. Yeah, okay, My Cousin Vinny. I got a better picture than that. Remember when he wore this suit in the movie? Yeah. So My Cousin Vinny want to come out here and give a speech to the people like we don't know what's going on. How come none of these people actually hold the governor accountable? How come nobody hold the governor accountable? Okay, Vinny. I see you.